has surely shifted my way. Marry me today and every day. Marry me if I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe. Say you will. Say you will. Together could never be close enough for me to feel like I am close enough to you. You wear white and I wear out the words I love you. And you're beautiful. Now that the wait is over, love has finally showed her my way. Every day. Marry me if I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe. Say you will. Say you
You may be seated. Family and friends, we are gathered here today to witness the marriage between Casey Riggs and Katie Turner. One of the oldest stories in the Bible is of a boy by the name of Isaac who went to search for a wife. There was none to be found, so his father sent messengers to find one. And after days of searching, they found the perfect one. And they brought back this beautiful woman named Rebecca. Let me read to you just a little bit. Isaac went out to pray in the field in the evening, and he lifted his eyes, and look, there were the camels coming. Rebecca lifted her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she dismounted, and she came to him. She said, "Who is this man walking in the field to meet us?" And the servant said, "It is my master." And so she took a veil, and she covered herself. The servant told Isaac all the things that he'd done. Then Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and he took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her. And so Isaac was comforted from this day forth. To both of you, I don't know to what extent your parents have sent for the significant other, but what I do know is that we have all the parents here, and by their presence here, and by all of these good people who are here, we see that they not only consent to this marriage, but they are proud of both of you, especially the spouse of the other one. Who gives this woman to this man in marriage?
We do.
Very good. You may be seated. Marriage is the oldest institution. It was created by God by miracle, put forth by a promise, and sealed by Him. Love is patient and love is kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud. Love is not rude. Love never demands its own way. Love is not irritable. Love keeps no record of being wrong, ever. It does not rejoice about injustice, but it rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up. Love never loses faith. Love is always hopeful. Love endures through all times and through every circumstance. Both of you, as you move forward, remember these words. It is love that will keep you together. Remember that. Remember what love is not, and remember what love is. And 20 years from now, you can tell us what love has meant to both of you and how it's gotten you both through these times. Are you ready to take your vows?
Yes.
Casey, do you take Katie to be your wife, have and hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until death do you part?
I do.
That's good. Katie, do you take Casey to be your husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until death do you part?
I do.
That's good too. Are there any rings? Give me hers. Casey, if you would take this ring, put it on the third finger of her left hand. Not that you need any help, but just so, yeah. And repeat these words. In token and in pledge.
In token and in pledge.
Of the vow between us made.
And the vow between us made.
With this ring.
With this ring.
I take you to be my wife.
I take you to be my wife.
It forever stands.
It forever stands.
As a symbol of my love for you.
As a symbol of my love for you.
There you are. You would put this on the third finger of Casey's left hand. And repeat after me. In token and in pledge.
In token and in pledge.
Of the vow between us made.
And the vow between us made.
All right, good.
Good.
With this ring.
With this ring.
I take you to be my husband.
I take you to be my husband.
It forever stands.
It forever stands.
As a symbol of my love for you.
As a symbol of my love for you.
There are tons of symbols in the world. You'll see pink ribbons worn by women who's survived breast cancer. The American flag, which we've seen at least 4 times here, is a symbol of freedom. Some of us are wearing crosses, which symbolize probably that we are Christians. In ancient Rome, no decree was actually a decree until Caesar had put his seal on it. And now both of you have done your own type of seal. The marriage band. The preciousness of the metal stands for the dearness of your union. The purity of the metal stands for the purity that you pledge to one another. And the circle of the ring symbolizes the unending nature of your love. I have not got to know either one of these two as much or as long as a lot of you. But one thing I've learned is that you don't get to be around them very long before you either laugh or smile or both. Both of them are extremely creative. They don't take much seriously, it seems. What they do take seriously matters. But what they don't take seriously, when you think about it, really doesn't matter. And so every time I saw them look at each other yesterday, it was tense. It was raining. Those of you remember the weather yesterday. I think I was panicking the most. But we're standing in that tent, and the rain's coming down, and Troy comes in. He says it's going to be bright skies in the morning. It's the wind's moving through, and everything's going to be great. And Katie doesn't really look like she believes anybody at this point. But you can look at Casey, and it doesn't matter. To him, on his face, he really doesn't care. There was one thing on his mind, and it was her. It was absolutely to marry this woman. And at one point, I thought maybe she might be panicking a little bit, but then she looked at him, and maybe it was something else. But everything seemed to go away. I woke up this morning and saw more rain, and I thought, first off, Troy lied. Second off, I got to pick a different suit. But in the end, I thought, as long as Casey shows up, she's going to be fine. And I knew you would, and so I knew you would. And I hope that's the way your marriage is going to go when it gets bad or when it gets tense, because it will. When these things happen, those things cannot endure. And I encourage both of you to take your marriage exactly as you take each other right now. Those things that are not important are not important. And those things that are, concentrate on those things, and you will do very, very well.